2-1 then, a defeat to start off with, Chris, but a lot to feel pleased with the way it started, I thought.
I thought there was many positives in the game, to be honest. First half, I thought our play with the ball was excellent. We created some fantastic chances. And when we're in the descender zone, we've got to take them. And unfortunately, as probably has happened so many times, in Danny's period as manager, they dictated play and found themselves in a position where the opposition's gone in front. We were sloppy for the set piece, the marking wasn't the best, so we were really disappointed with that. But to come a goal down after dominating the play and not taking our chances was frustrating. Second half, I thought again we started really well. I thought out of possession the work rate was really good. And the lads were working really hard at looking to get back into their shape and make it difficult on the transition, especially because of how expansive we play. They did very, very well. But again, at the latter stage of 75 minutes, we've gifted the opposition a penalty when we've got to learn from a game management point of view when to play and when not to. And that was for me an opportunity because the legs started to run out of us in the last 15 minutes regarding our fitness levels. That's the time where we don't look to play short. We squeeze up, we narrow up, we go first and seconds, and then we look to be, once we get hold of the second ball, be more expansive, higher up the pitch. We give the opposition, because they started high, to press, and we've made a mistake from the ball back into Goose, and unfortunately we've ended up losing the game 2-1, which we're incredibly disappointed about because for me we should have won the game comfortably.
It's interesting, we were talking on the phone earlier in the week, Chris, and you mentioned about the marking that gave away 2 goals from corners at Concert.
Yeah.
You'll be obviously again disappointed, as you've said, about another.
Well, we've set up differently from corners the last 2 games, which we've done well. Today, defending corners have been fine, but ultimately that's a free kick in a wide area in the defensive third. And to be fair, our setup wasn't good enough, and we got punished off the back of that. So it's work in progress regarding the set pieces. We're going to have to look at them long and hard. And we need to certainly do better going forward.
You've seen there's now 3 games and 1 training session.
Yep.
Do you feel that they're starting to be your team now, or you're still getting to know them in many different ways?
Slowly but surely. The style of play, as I said, I didn't want to come in and tinker with it too much. Again, we've just got to learn our game management, when to play out from the back and when not to at certain stages of the game. And we'll need to change that mentality and learn, obviously, from the mistake of the second goal today. Because we do want them to get on the ball, but ultimately it's got to be at the right times. So, work in progress, but many positives. I thought the 70 minutes, the effort level was very good. I thought the shape as a whole, out of possession. Lancaster didn't create too much against us. Everything was in front of us, so that was extremely pleasing. But ultimately, the chances that we missed in the first half, when we were dominating the game, we come in, obviously we'd have conceded the set piece, 2-1, 3-1 up. Then the mistake that happens in the second half with the penalty, we win the game 3-2. Because outside of that, I think Jim's tipped one over from
late on.
Yeah, late on. But outside of that, they never hurt us. Sorry.
We've been talking as well during the week about you wanting to get another game, because at the moment that's the last in the notebook before we start in a fortnight. Any nearer getting a game?
No, unfortunately, we're trying. As I say, we're scouring the northwest if we can, Cumbria and everywhere else, to be fair.
And I think you've switched from, it doesn't have to be next Saturday, it could be midweek.
Yeah, that's the plan. If we can fit something in Tuesday or Thursday or even Wednesday, and we'll break the week up that way, and or Saturday. So hopefully going forwards we can get something in place, and we can continue to work on 1 or 2 aspects of where we need to improve. But the performance today compared to Concert, we're heading in the right direction.
Can I ask you, Kids Grove, that's a fortnight today, first match, you want to get off to a flyer. You're an experienced manager, you'll have your scouts out, you'll know all about kids go before you go there in a
That's the
fortnight.
plan. We'll do our homework, you know, with everybody that we come up against. But ultimately, you know, it's about ourselves, not shooting ourselves in the foot like we've done today. And we've got a high percentage of what we're creating, you know, scoring more goals. You know, we're not scoring enough with what we're creating, so the percentage of that's got to improve.
Chris, thanks very much.
You're welcome.